we live in some really weird times. I mean, maybe it's not that weird, but everyone knows at this point. Everyone's heard of Chatgpt and Dolly. I've played around with it a lot. I've used it a lot, and it's like everyone's coming at all angles to attack everyone, much like the nature of the internet, in which everyone always attacks everyone. Pretty sure that's just human nature, but I keep thinking about how ChatGPT and pretty much AI in general is going to affect every artist, and I feel like we really haven't hit that point yet. I keep hearing stories, warning calls. I mean, ChatGPT doesn't just or basically AI doesn't it literally affects everyone. That like the point, like I keep thinking that like if I had to think of if I had to think of AI, I think that it's going to have the capability to basically like be a monster that eats everyone. This is not Pac-Man, by the way. This is a monster. It's just like and I mean it's just a tool, but like from a business perspective, seeing it being able to automate everything, it's like crazy. Like I've always considered myself a programmer, but like AI, it's actually pretty cool, and I keep thinking of like everyone. I feel like it's just gonna eat everyone. I'm like, okay, um, if it does eat everyone, then like, what's everyone gonna do? I mean, I guess businesses will. I mean, eventually, if people are in such a bad state that AI eats all the jobs, no one's gonna have. If no one would have a job, or if no one would have a job, then like people wouldn't buy stuff because like, I mean, if it automates everything, it would have to rely on people automating stuff, or even like the craziest thing is AI automating itself, correcting its own mistakes. So I keep wondering, is everyone headed towards being eaten by this monster, or are we heading towards like a utopia? And in this utopia, everyone could focus on doing what they actually want to and actually having meaning. I mean, I'm not saying people don't find meaning in their current jobs, but I always felt like a big selling point of AI is to kind of help automate the boring stuff. I mean, I've read, ironically, or maybe ironically, there was a book I read a long time ago in Python by a No Starch Press called it was like Python automate the boring stuff, basically talking about everything that you can do using AI to accomplish things. I think overall, using these tools themselves, it's probably going to become a long time before people can get to the point of like the normal person can use it easily. I mean, you could probably debate me on this because probably a lot of people can use it really easily, but I'm thinking to myself that it's probably going to be a bit of time, so there will be some jobs regarding that. Now, I keep wondering, let's say you're an artist that draws and you're not a pixel artist. Well, wouldn't it be cool if you could turn your drawings into pixel art? I think that when you automate certain things like that, it could give a lot more time back to the artist. I mean, like, I'm not saying that the artist doesn't put any time in, but I'm saying that, like, getting your unique vision out, that was always the end goal. It would, like, it was never, like, let's say it was never your goal to make pixel art, it was always just your goal to draw. So, effectively, you save a bunch of time not having to do pixel art and just drawing. Some people may say that takes jobs away from people, but maybe certain people can't afford to pay for pixel art. I know that sounds like a really absurd example, I wish I had a better answer to it. I think that's kind of the fight that a lot of people get into, saying that they don't want to pay for X, Y, and Z, and everyone kind of wants to ban AI art or AI art in general. And I'm not looking to start a fight or anything, but I'm thinking that it will take a lot of things, but maybe these things people never really wanted to pay for, or it'll save money, or even like, you know, I have an application called drawsome.app, if I could spell it. And, you know, I want to pay to get models on it. Or if people are interested, I'll take their models and put it on my application for free. And the whole idea is that I thought I can give back to the models, because having people way to practice, and if they're interested in the model, each image is connected to a given store for the artist. So the idea was that if people if people are interested in the images, then they will go and buy those images. But now that I'm thinking, like, I mean, AI art, it's getting so crazy that, like, I feel like you can make fake people. And, like, I mean, I've struggled so much to find any artists whatsoever, not artists, models interested, like, or any people that would sell me the rights to put people on that. But, I mean, imagine if you could just make fake people. But, you know, the other downside is those fake people are being generated from real people, and there's not really a citation to it. So that's always the danger. So I keep wondering, like, where the heck are we headed? But yeah, I think overall, it's not going to be that, yeah, everyone may be automated, but I think it will also eat up the boring, and also make things a lot more accessible to people. Like, you know, people won't have to focus on certain things that they don't want to. That's kind of my theory. Or I could be dead wrong. I'm just making some big generalizations. I also wonder if, because we accomplish more, does that mean that, like, will the expectations be higher, or will we have more time to focus on our creativity? I think another thing that AI can do is really help you spot your mistakes. Like, let's say you want to draw a certain thing, right? Well, I mean, I'm not a professional yet. I'm not a professional artist or person that can draw, but I always think about spotting your mistakes. That's really hard to do. But, like, as of now, AI could, like, with code, it can spot your mistakes and even help you document it and fix it for you. And it's just, like, nuts, because, like, in the past, you'd have to, more often than not, you'd either have to, like, use a debugger, and basically a debugger, it's awful using debuggers in massive code bases. You use this tool, and you're praying that you find it, and you also have to have, like, 100% understanding of every language and library in the ecosystem that you're working in. But the point here is, let's say I'm drawing a box, and I can't even see my own mistakes. I can't afford an art tutor. I probably would pay for something like that, and I probably will in the future. But, like, imagine if AI could automate that and help you learn from your mistakes. I think that, like, yes, I don't like that it hurts people's jobs, but at the same point, I feel like there's a good amount of people who would never be able to afford it anyway. And if it helps you automate that, then, I mean, that's, like, pretty cool. But, heck, maybe it will put a focus on art and not business so much. Because it sounds like, man, I always keep thinking that when I think of this, I think I keep dying, then coming back to life, and, like, you know, there's just so much uncertainty with it all. Like, am I going to be unemployed tomorrow? Am I going to have a job tomorrow? Are we heading towards, like, an overall dystopia? Are we heading towards a utopia? It's hard to say. I don't like to get political in any way, but I always wonder, like, will we work less or will we work more? And not to say that's political, but just, like, once you've solved everything, what do you solve next? I mean, like, my fear with this AI stuff as it is now is that it's killing the inspirations of people, because there's this thinking that, hey, there's no point to any of this when AI could do everything. And I'm like, I think AI could augment. I don't think it can take away from everything. And it's just like, It's a bit sad. I don't like seeing people in this state, but maybe innovation, maybe that's what disrupting innovation does. But, only time will tell. I don't have a time machine or a crystal ball to tell the future. Yep, I'm not one of those people with a crystal ball. I could ask Chatgpt, but I don't think I will. But like I said, I think a benefit is of AI being able to help spot your mistakes, or maybe AI gives you a prompt and you're trying to do some like gesture drawing or something like that, and perhaps it can help you get towards a better state in your hand drawing skills, whether that be digital or traditional. Probably you'd have to work with digital to get better at it. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I thought I would comment on it. I mean, I'm no one important, but I wonder if someone would be interested in knowing about this, wondering what I'm thinking about during these times. It sure is interesting, turbulent times, but yeah, this is it. I hope artists are still encouraged to do what they do, because I think even, maybe AI can create human unique stuff. I think a person will always need to be there in one form or another, unless we go into like Skynet and the AI start killing us, but I highly doubt that. Or, probably maybe both. Oh, what times these are. What interesting times these are. But yeah, if you have any, I don't know, maybe we could continue the discussion in the comments if you have any. I hope I'm not alienating any of my people who watch my channel, or I guess subscribers. I don't know. I keep wondering like how to go about it. I mean, especially considering how most of these AI models are trained using basically stolen data, or people who didn't read the fine lines. It's just like the iPhone rules, in which if you don't read all of the fine lines between the Apple agreements, they'll turn you into a human centipede. Good luck reading the 936 pages that they change 20 times a day, every day, every year, forever. Oh well. But I think the only thing I could say is have hope and don't let it depress you. But thank you for listening. If you like my video, please like it. If you're interested in what I talk about, please subscribe. Thank you, and have a great evening.